So recently my friends from Bulgarian band Shangri-La called me and they told me that they want to do a live studio video. And I was like, yeah, okay, we can do it. When are you gonna play? And they said tomorrow. So that got me into a silent panic. And since I knew the place, I've been there multiple times, both for shooting and playing. I know the owner. And I came up with this idea. It was very, prima vista, very on the spot, that we can do a little different live video. We can use my main camera, which is this, the Blackmagic 6K Pro, Pocket 6K Pro, and my action camera, which is Insta360 Go 3, I guess. And the primary camera is going to shoot serious, as cinematic as possible footage. And the action camera is going to act like a CCTV camera, observant camera. And the point in this, why mix both? Such big difference in quality and picture. Well, the thing is, since it's a live video, live music video, I will not be able to make multiple takes since I'm only one and I've got only one good camera. So I decided to put the action camera so I can cut in between the shots, because since I'm just one person, in order to film all of the musicians, I will have to move. And each move is a whip pan, essentially. And in order to not have those whip pans and make it ugly and unwatchable, I decided to cut to the action camera, which shows me as well, everybody in the room, me included, like a BTS behind the scenes camera. Actually, the results were better than I expected, and this is why I'm making this video, because that was a total improvisation. I had no idea if the results are going to be as good as I imagined it, but actually it surpassed it. And I wanted to use this and to explain this use case, because I think that this approach, a little more unprofessional and a little more lighthearted, is a good way to tackle those scenarios, because you still get an interesting video. The audience is still captivated, because whenever they're watching the action camera, they're actually watching behind the scenes. So they're watching the musicians, they're watching the operator, and you get to still have serious footage. In terms of lighting, I knew the place would be small. It's maybe 20 square meters, which is not a lot. And the musicians tend to play in the corners, which, if you've ever played with people, that's totally normal. music videos always have the musicians lined up in some way, facing the camera. But in reality, apart from a live show, a concert, that's never the case because nobody does that. Everybody's just, having a corner and watching everybody else as they play. So knowing that, I decided to, because I didn't have the opportunity or the time to prep. I had like 30 or 40 minutes. So I decided to go for the butterfly shadow, the Marlene Dietrich Batman logo here on the mustache, which is basically from the old cinema films, or the fashion photographers use this. They have a big ass soft light placed in front and above, so that you accentuate the cheekbones. I remember the cheekbones, the forehead, and the face looks slimmer, more attractive, more appealing. And I decided to use that. It's not optimal. It's not my best choice. It's not my first choice. But for a small room with people in the corners, that was the only option that I could see fit. And it worked. I used a jib. I don't know if it's a jib, but it's like a light stand that's extending upwards and with an angle. And I used a Chinese lantern around 90 centimeters with the skirt. I didn't want the whole room to be lit. I wanted to have like a line of separation between light and dark. So I wanted the musicians to be in the light, but the walls behind them to be in the dark. So there is a separation. And that's what the skirt is for, on the light. And I also used an unlit Pavel tube above the drummer because he was far away from the big light. And yeah, also, since I was going to be moving with an easy rig all the time around, and the musicians themselves were moving, I didn't want to have a lot of light stands or any kind of stands in the middle so they don't bump or kick or stumble onto them. So it was a very minimal setup, but I think it worked. It's not optimal. Actually, it is optimal. It's not the best, but sometimes you gotta let go certain limitations and try to use them as advantage. If not, you just accept them.